Good morning, TSC family. Um, have a tornado here in Oklahoma currently right now. We've had a couple tornadoes in Oklahoma vicinity. Uh, just be careful here down here in the Red River Basin. That's also as well. Okay, for the possibility of some tornadic activity developing. Also, Arkansas, Kayla, your mom and parents that live right here. Um, this is all moving in their general direction. Michelle, oops, what happened there? Radar scope went bye-bye for some crazy reason. Okay, Michelle, again, be careful in Missouri. It's going to be some bad things moving in that general direction as well today. So, going to be some tedious hours coming up here this morning. This severe weather threat is going to go away probably this afternoon some. And that's unusual because you'd think normally during the course of the day that from the heating of the day that things will get worse. And right now, the models are not showing that the severe weather threat to continue, say, into the afternoon hours too much. If it is, it's going to be right here in southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee region, and probably Missouri is where that's going to be at. You can see this area low pressure here that's causing all the trouble right now. Oops. What happened there? What did I do? Gosh dogs. There we go. You can see that area low pressure there that's moving through Oklahoma and Kansas region here. And that's going to be racing up into the Great Lakes region. And then tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow is going to be a worse day than what today is. Believe it or not, yeah, it is. Before I get into that, let me give you the verse of the day real quickly here. It comes from Hebrews 13:16. It says, "Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have.
Severe
For such
thunderstorm warning for
sacrifices are
northwestern
pleasing
Craig
to
County
God."
in northeastern
That's
Oklahoma,
Hebrews 13:16.
northern
Do
Washington
not
County
neglect to
in
do good
northeastern
and to
Oklahoma,
share what you
northern
have.
Nowata County
For
in
such
northeastern
sacrifices
Oklahoma,
are pleasing to God.
until 10 a.m.
That's
CST.
Hebrews 13:16. All right. Let's get into the Storm Prediction Center. What I have up here now, I have, if we get another,
Warning for northwestern Craig County in northeastern Oklahoma, northern Washington County in northeastern Oklahoma, northern Nowata County in northeastern Oklahoma.
as you heard, I have up weather warnings up and going. So as any kind of warning would present severe thunderstorm or tornado warning or a flash flood warning, any one of those three warnings that would present themselves, we'll get an instantaneous warning come up here. Okay, so if we get a break in, that's where it's coming from. Is from those weather warnings that come live, straight to you guys, straight to me. Okay. Storm Prediction Center for today does have a tornado threat level in as you can see here in Oklahoma, Missouri, southern parts of Illinois, and western and Kentucky and western Tennessee, and most of Arkansas, with a little bit there in Mississippi and down in Louisiana. Those are the areas of tornado activity for today. Boy, that's a large area for tornadoes, isn't it? It is, with the greatest threat level there in Oklahoma, as you see. Wind threat level is in those same general areas, except expands a little bit further north up in Illinois and Indiana. Hail threat, primarily located there in Oklahoma. So now here's the deal. If this is the hail threat level here, and this is the tornado threat level, okay? So what we see then on the HRR model and the RFS model, okay, for tornado activity, if this is the expanded area for tornado activity as opposed to hail there, anything you see over here on the HRR model and the RFS model, you'd have to assume is a possibility of tornadic activity. Now, that tornadic activity that might occur over here might occur when? during the heating of the day. Okay? During the heating of the day. Then we get into tomorrow, which is going to be the worst of the 2 days, guys. We have a very expanded large area of categorical 1 threat with now a categorical 2 threat. I am really surprised from the Storm Prediction Center here. And why I say that is simply this. If you look at the categorical 2 threat level, it does not expand back into Texas, does it? We do have a categorical 1 threat level back here into Texas. But here's the thing that I'm having a hard time understanding. If you have a tornado threat level back there into Texas, you would think that there'd be at least a categorical 2 threat level back here into Texas for a categorical level. You see the wind threat level. It's expanded back in Texas as well. The hail threat level is also back here into Texas. And again, I'll say this. If you have all 3 threat levels, apparent, tornado, wind, and hail, why wouldn't they have not put the categorical 2 threat level back into Texas? It's not necessarily needed. You do have a categorical 1 threat level, but I think the categorical 2 threat level does give a higher threat level, especially when you have all 3 threat levels into play, as you can see already. So I really thought they would. I said this last night. I really thought they'd put this as a categorical 2 threat level. They chose not to do so. They may do it today. Okay, they have plenty of time. They could do it today, and they may. They actually may today expand this back here into Texas. And the reason why is, I'll show you that in a few minutes, is because the RFS model and the HR model is showing updrafts back here as well. If you look at day 3, which would be the Saturday-Sunday timeline, now we have a categorical 1 threat level over a very large area here, extending basically from New Orleans area all the way up into, all the way up there into West Virginia even. So, and Virginia. So, y'all, it's a very expanded area. I don't see at this time currently too much updrafts in this general area yet. Now, that may change for Saturday. Right now, it's not showing too much yet in this region right now. So, we'll be on top of that for you guys. Then days 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all, there's nothing out there that they're showing at this time. Doesn't mean they're not talking about some things down here, okay? Next week, we might see another severe threat level rolling around, okay? And also, down here in Florida, we might see a thunderstorm or 2 down there in Florida on Sunday, down here, when that line comes through from what's causing all the problems over here. Excessive rainfall for today. We have 3 areas with a marginal risk in these areas here for today. Tomorrow, things get a little worse. All the way down there into New Orleans area, all the way up into Tennessee, even in the Atlanta, Georgia area, is a risk for flash flooding for tomorrow. And then day 3, it doesn't go away. That risk level stays there in the mountains of Tennessee, getting over in North Carolina and Virginia area, as you can see. And even down there near the Atlanta, Georgia area as well in South Carolina. So we got 3 days of flash flood risk. We basically had 3 days of severe weather with 2 primary days of today and tomorrow for severe weather. If you look at the HRR model right now, what it's done for the next 48 hours, that takes us through 7 a.m. on Saturday. The worst of the things for today is right here. And I'll back this up and show you what I'm saying by that, right there. You see Arkansas right here and Missouri. I'm going to stop it right there. This is what it looks like through 10 p.m. tonight. And you can see those updrafts moving out of the Red River Basin area into Oklahoma, into Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois, okay, for today. So Illinois, heads up. Now, did the Storm Prediction Center say anything about Illinois for today? Did they have that area up there of concern? They do, as you can see. Indiana, same thing. You're in a marginal risk. Is there a tornado risk up there? You look at it in Illinois, there is for today. Now, it doesn't seem like it's high, does it? But y'all, anytime you have a tornado risk, take it serious. There are updrafts going there into Illinois, as you can see here. It's amazing how the Storm Prediction Center and how much they follow the HRR model, isn't it? It's not by coincidence, guys. They follow the HRR model immensely. Here is the RFS model. And you see those updrafts. Look at that. Look at those updrafts right there. Exactly where the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted for today is exactly where the RFS model is as well. So you can see that. Then tomorrow, it's all down here, guys. And this is why I'm talking about down here in Texas. You see those updrafts there on the RFS model for tomorrow. This is what's happening tomorrow. You can see it down there. And this is why I'm saying I'm kind of surprised that the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow did not put this in a categorical 2 threat level. I would have done so. I would have certainly done so. They chose not to do so, but I would have done so. And if you look at the HR model for tomorrow, watch down here as well. Here we go there as well. And you can see those updrafts, okay, for tomorrow, down starting in Texas, moving there into Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. There it is, right there. And if you look what the Storm Prediction Center shows for tomorrow, okay, there's a categorical 2 threat level, and there's a tornado threat level. Again, you're in the green, so take it serious there, Texas. Okay, don't just say, well, heck, I'm only in a categorical 1 threat level. Well, I think the Storm Prediction Center messed up there. I would put you in the yellow as a categorical 1 threat level. You have a tornado threat, you have a wind threat, and you have a hail threat. But yet they chose to keep that in a categorical 1 threat. I don't understand why, but they chose to do so. Again, I would have put it back here in a categorical 2 threat level is what I would have done. But you're not. I suspect today, honestly, I think today when they update, as long as this HR model and the RFS model is showing us back here, I suspect they'll have to put that in a categorical 2 threat level. They can do so midday today, and we'll see if they do. My guess is they probably will do so, but we'll see what they choose to do. Very strong updrafts here. Very strong updrafts up here for today. Multi-day event today and tomorrow. Okay, you can see it right there as well. So we got problems over the next couple of days here. Then things are going to calm down, guys. Cool air is going to preside into the areas here and be more of a stabilized air mass, and the likelihood of severe weather may raise its head again next week a little bit, but I do not see too much down the road of severe weather. Okay, I don't see it right now at this time. Here is rainfall totals on both the HRR model and the RFS model. I'll show you that now. And this is why we have a problem down here. Look at that. 8 inches of rain coming out of Louisiana into Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia right there. Y'all, that's 8 inches of rain. That is way too much rain over a short period of time. That is going to present a problem in itself. Here's the RFS model. Let me show you that. That has given us 7.57. So it's almost the exact same area with nearly the same totals. You're approaching that 8-inch rainfall total. So y'all, we got a bad problem here for a flash flood risk here. The greater New Orleans area, right through Mississippi and Alabama, that area right there, man, there is a risk for flash flooding in that area. So if you live near the smallest of creek, a stream or river, make sure you're cognizant of quick rises in those, because you get that 8 inches of rainfall in a very short period of time, and we may see higher rainfall totals than 8 inches. Let's just be real about it. Just because the model shows 8 inches of rain, we know that localized you might get a foot in some places in an area. That could very easily happen. What if you get a foot of rain in an 8 to 10 hour period? What happens? You guys know where you live. You know what happens if you get a lot of rain in a short period of time. So be cognizant of your surroundings and understand you may have to evac real quickly from rising water, and don't get caught in that. Don't be driving through a road, down a road that you don't know if it's maybe washed out in front of you, because you can't see what the road looks like in front of you. Don't be doing that, y'all. Don't be driving down a street that you can't know. You don't know exactly where the road's at, or you don't know where if the road's in front of you is there. Man, when you get raging water going across the road, it doesn't take much to wash a pipe underneath a small bridge. It might be underneath of it, to wash it out, and you don't know. And once your car goes off into something like it, y'all, it can tumble over and be upside down on you so fast, it's crazy. And then before you know it, you're gone. And don't get caught in that kind of stuff, predicament right there. This is going to be a dangerous position right here we're facing here for flash flooding. I think this might be one of the worst things we see out of this whole event, is a flash flood risk here before it's all said and done. Here's the wind threat level from the H&R model. Strong wind? Yeah, strong winds up here. Man, look up here in Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio. Guys, you're approaching hurricane force wind gust up here in this area. Look up here. 79 miles per hour over there in upstate New York. Buffalo, New York area. Ouch. Hurricane force wind gusts coming into that Buffalo area there. I mean, look at this. When does that come into Buffalo? It comes into play around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. tomorrow on Friday is when that really strong wind comes into play there. And you can see the state of Indiana, Ohio here. Look at this. You guys, you're approaching almost hurricane force wind gusts here. When you get near that red area right there, you are approaching. See the brown right there? You get in that brownish area, that's where you get the hurricane force. But when you get that darker red, you're getting into that higher 60 mile per hour wind gusts. And there's spots there near the Lafayette area of getting you hurricane force wind gusts, approaching hurricane force wind gusts there. And that wind gust comes into play, say, coming out of Illinois into Indiana as an example. Looks like Illinois, you guys get it about noon today is when that really strong wind comes into your play. And then by 5 p.m. this evening, after 5 p.m. this evening, it comes
severe thunderstorm
Indiana.
warning for western Craig County in northeastern Oklahoma, Rogers County in northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Mays County in northeastern Oklahoma, southern Washington County in northeastern Oklahoma, southern Nowata County in northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Wagoner County in northeastern Oklahoma, eastern Tulsa County in northeastern Oklahoma. Until 1015 a.m. CST.
Power lines.
Severe thunderstorm warning for western Craig County in northeastern Oklahoma, Rogers County in northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Mays County in northeastern Oklahoma, southern Washington County in northeastern Oklahoma, southern Nowata County in northeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Wagoner County in northeastern Oklahoma, eastern Tulsa County in northeastern Oklahoma.
So you see how those weather warnings come about. These are the counties here that has a severe thunderstorm warning out. Right now, currently, we do not have a tornado warned area at this time. There is no tornado warned area. Looking over here on the velocity mode, though, man, there's some spin in the atmosphere here near the Jamestown area of Oklahoma. There is some spin in the atmosphere right there. You can see it right there. We'll circle it about right in there. There is some spin in the air. Looking over the rest of the radar here. I'm going to go down here to this line here. Let me move a little bit further south here. Yeah, there's a spin rotation right there as well. Hail, you see the hail, these dots right here. For those you don't understand what those mean, those are hail. Those are hail indicators. What that is. If you see spin rotations, there'll be rotations in the atmosphere. Let me see if I have any up here. I don't see none up here on radar either. Y'all, make sure you keep your subscription. I have not purged radar here for the entire winter months here yet. I will do so. No doubt some of you guys that have dropped your subscription are on radar here. Unfortunately, I'll drop you off here. I don't have a choice. I got people lined up that wants to get on this radar here. What I mean by that, I mean I got over 200 people that's on radar here. Okay, there's 200 of y'all, a little bit over 200, and I cannot add any more people to this radar. One person goes off, one person goes on. That's kind of the way it is right now, set up here. I can't get everybody on here that's a subscriber. Radar Scope quite frankly, only allows 50 people on here. And I emailed them trying to get added, and I said, if you charge me more per month, and so I could add more people in there. Well, they opened it up for me for a few days, and I had the ability to get about 200 people, a little bit more than 200 people on here. That's all I can get on here now. I can't get any more. No more is allowed. There's no way they'll allow me to get any more than that, the 200 people I have on here right now, and because they only allow 50, and I got over 200 on here. Lonnie, send me your address. Okay, send me your address. If you've been a subscriber for 6 months, okay, you got to be a subscriber for a minimum of 6 months. I'll get you put on, if at all possible. I got about 3 or 4 other people that have already that have messaged me trying to get on. Everybody knows we have a spring coming, right? We know spring's coming. What happens in the spring? We get violent tornadoes. All right, we get these violent tornadoes outbreaks, and this is when this radar becomes really valuable. Is then, and you go down there to Texas and to Florida and Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. You guys are primarily the ones that have took up all the space down here in these regions here. You look like here, it's like, well, Texas doesn't have it many. Well, let me zoom in there. Look at when I zoom in there, then you start seeing all these names pop up here. All right. You see all the names start populating in there. Then I got to zoom in to get into these names, but you're all there. Okay, if you've been there, you're probably still on there unless you've dropped your subscription. And I'll purge this eventually. And when I do so, if you drop your subscription, guys, I gotta drop you off here. It's that simple. Once you get off here, it's gonna be hard to get back on. I'll be honest with you, you probably will not get back on here. That's just the way it works. And I'll go across there. You can see the names as they go across. Now, again, if you don't see your name, it's probably because I got to zoom there a little tighter. Okay? But you can see how it works. You can see the names. You get down here to Florida. Again, a lot of names on here. The more I zoom in, the more names come in there then, okay? So just understand, guys, if you lose your spot, you're probably not going to gain it back. Unfortunately, and that's just the way it works. You can see people up here in Tennessee, up here in Kentucky. Casey's been a long time subscriber. I have some of my family on there, like my brother there that lives here, right there in Indiana. There's Jamie Nelson. There's my sister. There's one of my long distance cousins. So y'all, it just again, once you lose your spot, there's Donnie up here. Again, I can scroll through and see and show you all the names, but there's again, I can go over here and show you this. I don't mind showing things. Let's see, where's that favorites? Okay, here we are. You can just real quickly. I'll scroll down here. I'll show you. You see all the names. And again, once you lose your spot, y'all, you're probably not going to get it back, unfortunately. Okay? You're probably not going to get it back. And you can see, I'm scrolling down there. You can see all the names and all the spots. And there's about a little bit over 200 is what it is. Is what it is. About 200. Louisiana, I keep my subscription. Jessica, yeah. But I can instantaneously though go to severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings instantly, just boom, on this site with using the radar scope. I got all together. I have listen to this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8. Now listen, I have 8 different radars that I've paid for. Every month I get charged for these. And you guys as subscribers pay for this. You help pay for all this. And I appreciate you guys immensely for helping out to pay for all this that I get charged on a monthly basis for. You guys make it happen. And that's the truth of it. Y'all make it happen. Would I pay for it without you guys? I probably would, just to protect my own family, honestly. Did I lose mine? Nicole wants to know. Nicole, I don't recall. My gosh, this is not in any kind of alphabetical order. Let me see if I see your name here real quickly. Sometimes it's pretty hard to scroll through here and just find a name. It's hard to do that. Nicole, no, you're right here. You can see your name right there, hon. I can go straight to you right there. You're right there. So no, your spot's still there. You're still there. You're still here, Nicole. Again, I zoom in there and you can see all the names that populate in there. Okay, what I'm going to do today, though, I've covered the severe threat level for today and tomorrow. Here is also, I'm going to show you this. This is the European model. I'll put up here now. And I'm going to pan back out here to the United States. Okay. And what I'm going to put up here, I'm going to put up lightning. Now, you guys are smart enough to understand if you don't have lightning, you don't have severe threat level, right? I've educated you guys all to show if we don't have lightning, we don't get a severe threat level. Now, watch this lightning. This is for Saturday. You see that lightning moving through. And this is why I'm saying I don't think Florida, we got anything to worry about. You see that line? You must see the line going from here to here. There's no lightning over there going across Florida there. So I don't think we're going to get much in the way of severe weather. Now we might get some wind out of this right here. That frontal boundary. There could be a wind gust threat there coming through, but it's going to be, and it could be, we'll get probably some rain, but it's not showing anything strong like lightning. If you don't have lightning, you probably don't have enough energy to produce like a tornadic cell. So I don't see I don't see at this time. I do not see any tornadic activity in Florida for this when this thing comes through. Now I'm going forward. Now it looks like we're going to get a retrieval of the cold front, and it's going to come back as a warm front down here in Florida. So it looks like there's a little bit of lightning there, say on Thursday of next week, and that's what I was talking about. We might get this return of some severe weather maybe there, but it looks like it gets pushed on back through by another cold front. And do you see any other lightning? Well, on January 18th is when we get the next lightning threat, and where's it at? It's over Florida, looks like. But notice the rest of the country. Don't see any severe threat level. It's merely coming out of the Gulf toward Florida in like 2 or 3 different cases. It's just Florida that's getting the threat level. And it's pure lightning there's all we seeing right now. But the rest of the country does not show a threat level. So what does that mean? What would cause a no threat level from lightning or severe weather? Well, that means it's probably a pretty stable atmosphere, and it's probably due to what? Cooler air. Cooler air brings a very stable environment. So let's look at the cooler air that may be coming into play. Now, what I'm putting up here is anomaly. Now, remember last night when we looked at this, we seen some really cold air coming into this sector right here toward the end of the European model. Did it do the same thing? Now, look at all the warm air that's in place right now that's really causing the problems for today. Look at this. Look how much above average we are right now. Y'all, there's places here that's 33 degrees above normal. Now, that's up here, looks like up in Canada. But look down here. We're still 20 and 30 degrees above normal in this part of the country right here, of Oklahoma and Arkansas, Missouri, getting over in Illinois and Indiana. Look at that. Look at the above normal temperatures. This is what I'm showing here is anomaly right now. Above normal. When you see green and blue, that means you're below normal. Now watch what happens here. Is it getting displaced? Is that green and blue going to displace where the red and orange is at? Well, it looks like the Ohio Valley now is going to turn a little bit below
Severe
normal
thunderstorm warning for
Sunday.
western Haskell County in southeastern Oklahoma, McIntosh County in southeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Sequoia County in east central Oklahoma, northwestern Latimer County in southeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Wagoner County in northeastern Oklahoma, western Cherokee County in east central Oklahoma, northeastern Pittsburgh County in southeastern Oklahoma, Muskogee County in east central Oklahoma. Until 10:30 a.m. CST.
Western Haskell County in southeastern Oklahoma, McIntosh County in southeastern Oklahoma, northwestern Sequoia County in east central Oklahoma, northwestern Latimer County in southeastern Oklahoma, southeastern Wagoner County in northeastern Oklahoma, western Cherokee County in east central Oklahoma, northeastern Pittsburgh County in southeastern Oklahoma, Muskogee County in east central Oklahoma.
Man, lots of severe thunderstorm warnings out there, guys, in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's getting pounded right now, to say the least. All right, let's go forward now. So the southeast stays cool. Then we got, look at that warm air coming out of Canada into the United States there. Look at that. That's January 14th. Now, where's all the cold air at? Well, it's coming back on the back side here. Well, there's a little bit cooler air now coming there in the Great Lakes region there. You see it. When it turns purple there, we know it's cold, right? We know that means very cold air. A little bit of cooler air here across the south here, as you can see. But not crazy bad stuff, guys. Understand, blue is not that bad. Green, when you get to the green, you're getting about 10 degrees below normal. Below normal. Just 10 degrees below normal. Not 10 degrees below zero, 10 degrees below normal. Okay, there's a big difference. Now, let's watch the rest of this. You see the Ohio Valley? You turn cold. Crazy cold? It turns cold. But, and below normal. What's below normal there? Well, it's about 30 degrees below normal in areas right here. 30 degrees below normal. And that's, which means now, if your normal is, say, 32 degrees, what does that mean? Well, you're close to zero there then, is what that would be. And if you look at the real temperature there, where's the green at? Well, the green is below zero right there. If you get that purplish red there, that's single digit. So you're probably single digit is what you are there on Monday, January 19th. Now, again, bad? No, it's not. It's not tremendously bad stuff. Now remember last night the European model had some really cold air evading the north.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Wilson County in southeastern Kansas, northwestern Labette County in southeastern Kansas, Neosho County in southeastern Kansas, Montgomery County in southeastern Kansas, eastern Allen County in southeastern Kansas. Until 10:45 a.m. CST.
Like severe thunderstorms now are rolling into Kansas area. It won't be long, probably before noon, that this stuff will be moving into Missouri and into Arkansas. So prepare yourselves. Kids are back in school for the most part. Colleges, I think most universities and colleges for the most part are not quite back yet. I think they may start back up next week, I believe, for the most part. I was looking at some of the college basketball games last night. I seen some of the gymnasiums were not very full, so that was telling me that most of the universities are not back in class quite yet. I know it's kind of strange that colleges don't start up until after the kids start, the high school and grade school kids all start up, then college goes back afterwards. That's kind of the way it works, though, most of the time. So kids started back to school this week. Colleges start back at school mostly, I think, next week. But right now, y'all, I don't see a major bad blast of cold air coming into place right now. And as James said, we kind of have a stable air mass in place here. And that's the reason why we're not getting any thunderstorm activity with lightning. After we get through with this event right here, I don't see a major severe weather event coming into play here, basically through January 20th. Nothing shows up here on the European model at all with lightning. That's kind of good. That's a good thing to see. We need rain in places, so hopefully we get some rain in places. But right now, I don't have much going on as far as severe weather after we get through with this 2 or 3 days event here we got going on right here. Again, you're looking at radar here right now. Got severe thunderstorm warnings in Oklahoma, and we got the first severe thunderstorm warning there in Kansas now. And you see that line moving through. And I'm going to tell you guys, along the Red River Basin right here, you might get a thunderstorm here coming into play here, right along the Red River Basin here, that could create a spin up there. So, Kathy, I think it's probably passing you by now. But over here in the Arkansas area, Kayla, your mom and dad, probably an hour, maybe an hour out for them. Belinda, Hutchinson, same thing. You're probably within the hour out of this thing roaring through, because this is speeding along pretty fast right now. Tomorrow, I tend to think tomorrow's going to be the worst day, guys. Tomorrow's going to be the worst day. It's going to be tomorrow. If you're a subscriber, and you're not on these messenger boards, y'all make sure you get on them. Okay? You see James just posted right there in Kansas. Looks like Lonnie just sent me his address. Lonnie, I'll take a look at that. Or it's probably Amber. But you see James just posted right there in Kansas. What's going on there in Kansas? He posted everything out there. Guys, these messenger boards are very, very important. especially at night. Man, especially so at night. Again, at night, I sleep, James sleeps, David sleeps. We all need our sleep sometimes, right? So can we miss something? Absolutely. We probably miss more, many things. But it is your messenger board for your state. So if we don't post something and you got something going on, it is okay for you to post a severe event that's happening in your area if we did not speak up about it. Okay, it is your state's messenger board. You're as part of this as anybody is. Now, otherwise, remain quiet at all times. Remain quiet at all times. But if you got something going on in your area that we did not speak up about, by all means, tell us. Tell your fellow neighbors about it. Okay, that is what it's all about. All right, I do not have a tornado warning area up here at this time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get out of here. Um, let's do look one more time at the HRR model and see what it's currently giving us with the recent update from it. The HRR model, for those you don't know, it updates every. Now listen, it updates every single hour. Now here's something kind of funky that just blows my mind away. Y'all, there's some social media pages out there.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Bourbon County in southeastern Kansas, Cherokee County in southeastern Kansas, Crawford County in southeastern Kansas. Until 10:30 a.m. CST.
There are some social media pages out there that's showing you something like that. What does that green mean? Well, that means below, right? But what does this mean here, though? It's below 0 Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Don't get caught up with stuff like this, guys. Here's actually Fahrenheit. It's Fahrenheit. Look at that. We don't have any below 0 temperatures except in the higher elevations of the Rockies back here. Right? Okay, here's the updrafts here. Let's look at them real quickly here. This is the 14Z run. It takes us out to 18 hours. Where's all the updrafts located at here? Let's look at it. So we have updrafts. So updrafts back here in Texas. You can see it going across Arkansas, coming out of Oklahoma, right here in the southeast corner of Kansas. And you see those updrafts moving through Missouri and getting over there into Illinois, and some even up there in Iowa a little bit. So there's the area for the possibility of tornadic activity or hail. The scarring here you're looking at here from these updrafts, it's one of two things. It's hail or it's tornadic activity. It does not differentiate out which one it is. Okay, there is no differentiation to it. The RFS model, let me do a new thing from it. Let's look at their updrafts. And you see those updrafts from it. This is the newest 12Z run that's out there. This takes us all the way out to 84. This takes us all the way out to Sunday on it. And you see those updrafts getting over there, coming out of Alabama into Georgia. Some up there in Tennessee. Some up here in Kentucky. Some going through the central part of Indiana. That up in Indiana is coming in later this evening into tonight. I'll back this up to show you that. When does that go through Indiana right there? Let's look at that. 9 p.m. tonight. 9 p.m. tonight. Those updrafts are moving through Indiana in the overnight hours. Even that's what it looks like at 4 o'clock in the morning. You still got updrafts. Again, these updrafts on the RFS model, they have tweaked. Let me say this: they have tweaked this RFS model, where it's not quite as overly aggressive as what it was. It has been tweaked. It still appears to me to be a little bit more overly aggressive yet compared to the HR model. Matter of fact, it definitely is. So let's just say somewhere in between the HR model and the RFS model is probably where those updrafts will land at. Somewhere in between. And that's what I'll take out of it is the RFS model is still giving us the same spot that the HR model is giving us, except it's just a little bit more updrafts showing up on the RFS model than what the HR model shows, which tells me they may have tweaked that RFS model, but still it's overly aggressive compared to the HR model is. Still gives us an idea where all the tornadic activity could be at, though. That's the main thing at hand, guys. That's the main thing at hand. All right, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get out of here. I'll try to watch things from my cell phone today, and James is probably doing the same. I don't know where David's at. He's probably got off, maybe at work. Again, we all work, guys, just like you guys do, and so we can't monitor things 100% of the time. I'm a year out from retiring, honestly. When I do retire, I'll have more of a full-time basis on this page to make it bigger and better than it ever has been. Where I could be home nearly 90% of the time during the day, probably not all day, but most of the time, especially on severe weather events, this page will blossom. I promise you it will. And between James and I, we'll make us the best we can. And Kayla does an amazing job with all the graphics she produces and stuff. That's her job. She's kind of my social media guru. She works on the Twitter page, the what's it called now? The Instagram. She works on the Instagram account that we have. Honestly, truly, I used to use Instagram a lot more, and I probably should get back to it again because she did link the Instagram account with our Facebook page, and I think anything I post from the Instagram page does go to the Facebook account. And quite frankly, I can do this real quickly and send this over to the Instagram account much faster than what I can to the Facebook account, believe it or not. Yeah. So I may start using the Instagram account a lot more because when it comes to warnings and stuff like that, it goes instantaneously to the Instagram account and straight over to the to the Facebook account. And it does work, quite frankly, for warnings much faster going through Instagram than what it does going through Facebook, because you have to go through several things to get to the Facebook account. I need to work with you on an option for OBS to help you go live on Facebook, YouTube at the same time. Yeah, I've never branched out to the YouTube account. I do have a YouTube account. I just have not jumped out there and cross-referenced all that together. I probably need to work on that and get it done. But I just golly gee, just to find time between my work and, man, Christmas killed me, y'all. I mean, if you've ever worked in retail, Christmas is tough. If you're in my shoes, it's really tough. I am a very, 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 very busy person during the Christmas selling season. Even right now, y'all wouldn't believe how busy I am. Even yet today, I am. Even after Christmas, my poor little assistant, I drive her crazy all day. It's something, I've already had 3 customers contact me today about tomorrow. Y'all, I'm busy. And that's not a bad thing. Trust me, it's not a bad thing. But I stay tremendously busy all the time, and it's hard for me to manage everything I got going on. But I try. So we should get Instagram. Yeah, Judy, get on the Instagram. If you go to the main page, there's a link for the Instagram account on there, on the main page. If you go to the page and go to the Tropical Stream Central homepage, at the bottom, if you view the thing, there's an Instagram link there for you guys. Matter of fact, after I get off here, I'll post the Instagram link to you guys so you guys can join in on the Instagram account. Those you don't not on Instagram, it's good and it's bad. I get it. So many people out there post on Instagram is crazy, and you just gotta filter out the stuff that you don't want to see and have the good stuff out there that you want to see. So Instagram has its good and its bad, I think, really, quite frankly. It truly does. All right, y'all. be careful out there. Stay safe. Be weather aware, especially those flash flood areas. And we'll be posting on those messenger boards today, okay? So be safe, and may God bless you all.